Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Houston Sports Park, and part of building a culture and building any professional team is the academy. We have the honor to have beside me the director of the Houston Dynamo Academy, Mr. Paul Holocher. Coach, first of all, how are you and Happy New Year?
Oh, thank you, Alex. Yeah, I'm doing very well. It's a beautiful day out here, gorgeous day at the sports park. So, yeah.
We see on the first team, people think of the Houston Dynamo FC with a new owner, with a new GM, Pat Onstead, with a change in culture.
Yep.
Clearly, that's something that applies to the entire club, including the academy.
Yes, I know that there's been a lot of positive changes, I think, that have been happening. It hasn't just been recently in the last few months, but over the last 3 or 4 years. And now with Ted here and Pat here, there's a new energy as well.
Right.
So, but yeah, my role is the academy. So I kind of oversee all the teams in the academy, the players, and try to ensure that we're developing good players for the first team and beyond.
Part of that is obviously bringing in more talent, younger players. One of the success stories currently on the team is Memo Rodriguez.
Yes.
He came out of the academy. I guess the question, maybe not pointed, Coach, is how do we get more Memos
Yes.
to be part of the first team?
No, that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get more and more and more. I think a lot of things have to happen, and a lot of things are happening. One of the big pieces is that's new this year is the MLS2.
Right.
So this is essentially our second team. So as you know, we had a partnership with RGV before in USL.
Correct.
5 hours away. It was very, very challenging for our young players from the academy to ever get down there and get the opportunities to play in a professional environment day in, day out. And that's what it takes to develop professionals. They need to be in the environment. Now with MLS2, we just announced Kenny Bundy as our head coach,
Right.
who was our academy pre-professional coach, 17s, 19s. You're going to see a lot more players getting that jump, having the opportunity to play right across here with with our first team and for our club.
Absolutely. Coach, as these pieces come together, and we want to have more kids come out of the academy to the main team,
Yep.
I guess one of the questions is coordination, communication.
Yes.
I know with Pat, he's talked about he's very transparent, he's
Yes.
open, and he's communicating with all of us, if you will.
Yep.
And I think this is an integral and important part of development.
I'm really excited about the club in all sorts of different respects, but our staff is fantastic. We have a lot of different pieces. We have, from our new technical director, Asher,
Sure.
to Nick Koba, our assistant general manager, to Tony Vigil, who we hired on recently as our high performance director,
Right.
who really has a close oversight of our high potential players. So, even this morning, we were watching the first team play against MLS2,
Right.
and there was several academy players out there,
That's great.
playing. So, for me, it's just almost a little bit of a final piece, to have this as part of our club.
Many that are watching, Coach, will think, okay, I'm good enough. I want to be part of this. What is the process of someone that's currently playing club, that's maybe successful in their high schools and says, okay, how can I get to the academy and one day have the same dream and accomplish the same thing that Memo Rodriguez has accomplished, to be on that first team? What does that pathway look like?
Wow, Houston is literally it's the size of a country.
Yeah, it
it's I don't know the exact population, 7.5 million people,
In
but
the metro area, huge.
it's a country. So identifying players and putting out opportunities to have players come in is always a big part of the process.
Right.
There's many players out there that we want to see more of. And we have scouts, and we have different things as part of the academy. We'd like to bring players in. We'll be out there watching players. But as far as player development, it takes many years to really be in a
Yes.
top environment to improve and develop at really high standards. So today you'll see the 13s, 14s, 15s, and 17s will be playing today against FC Dallas. They're getting fantastic training every week. A lot of effort goes into their development, and this competition as well is part of it as well. So you just need to get in a great environment and keep training and keep developing.
And finally, Coach, you talk about the challenges, and I've been in Houston since the 80s.
Yep.
I'm going to say this, and you don't have to agree with me.
Yep.
It's a strange soccer city in the sense of we have diversity, we have different ways of approaching the sport, right?
Yep.
How do you navigate that? Because I've been trying for years on the media side, on the
Yeah.
coverage side, and everyone has their own idea, everyone has their own plan, and I don't want to say we offend people, but it has to be part of, okay, this is what I believe in, sticking to it.
Yeah.
How do you navigate Houston soccer culture?
Well, I have my background is in the youth. My background is working in clubs, right, from ages 4 to 24.
Yes, sir.
And everywhere along my path, my career, it's all been about collaboration. Working with everybody. It really is a rising tide lifts all boats. So whether it's a program like our Partners in Development. Or like last night we had a grassroots development day.
I saw that. That's great.
Which was incredible, and that was for kids 5, 6, and 7, and there was multiple clubs here at the sports park. So we want to be a fantastic resource for our city, and we want to help everybody improve, and we want to support everybody. That's our mentality here at the club.
And Coach, I'm going to jump in. I've been around the sport. You and I are engaged in other ways, and look, you've done a great job. And I'm honest when I say that, because it's been difficult, and I know the history of the academy has been all over the place. But number one, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
We want to wish you continued success for the academy level. And as I see the club, this is a fundamental piece that will make the club, the first team, even the city better. So we can't thank you enough.
I thank you. I thank you so much for what you do. We have a great soccer city here in Houston, and I do think the future is bright. And when we have a couple homegrowns here in the near future playing on that first team field, I think the whole city can be proud.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
without any jealousy, if you will, but all of us sharing in the success. Coach
Absolutely.
Paul Holocher, thank you for your time,
Yep.
sir.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.